Oh wait, that was a thing. Hassan leaked his signature method.
Personality disorders. I think he is a narcissist. I mean, when you watch that
55
video,
seconds.
the narcissism rage
We call this
at
Hassan
CoffeeZilla was insane because his video was just.
I mean, it's posturing now.
Will Neff looks fat here.
Nah, I don't think so.
Fat face.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it.
He looks medium. Skater build.
Those are fat arms. I'm not. He looks fatter than Ethan Klein does. Sorry. I call it like I see it, and I'm not afraid of saying it. And I'm
He's
gonna
on
say
the
it.
smaller. He's on the low end of chubbin.
No. He's fatter than Ethan.
If you're going to court,
he was so wrong about everything.
Yeah, but listen, if we've learned anything about the court of public opinion, it is deny, deny, deny. If you let on any kind of, I should apologize for this, then the mob, then the horde has something to latch their
What a true statement that guy just said. Sorry, continue.
Teeth into.
That's funny.
If you go with the Donald Trump school of medicine, no, you're simply wrong. What do you think you see in the court? People go, oh, there might be something to that.
Yeah,
Here comes Hassan, and apparently he's going to be describing his own system of dealing with criticism here. You ready?
You deny, you deflect, and then you counterattack the person who launched this investigation on you, and you try to claim that there's a hidden bias there. And most lizard brain dipshits who love you unconditionally will go, oh, finally I have an out to defend this person, right?
Personality.
It's actually quite funny because it applies so perfectly to Hassan.
Somebody can make a clip where, because Ethan does this is like an editing thing where Ethan does, where somebody says I hate people named John, and then the clip is my best friend is John, and then it's I hate people named John, and he's I have 17 friends named John. He does the back and forth.
Yeah.
It'd be funny to cut a 4x sped up version of Hassan describing that, and then him doing that over and over and over again. Because I feel step 3 of what he described there, point to some bias or accuse him, whatever, is the archetypical Hassan response of that guy. Isn't he the guy that did XYZ? And then that's how he deals with almost everybody. It's fucking hilarious. But
Yeah, no, I concur. It's a crazy situation. God, I can't believe that Hassan and Ethan had a show. Ethan should have seen it coming. I put it on him. He should have known. This is on him. I would smack his nose with a newspaper if I could.
imagine if there was a really, really, really bad guy, but he did really bad things, and the only person he's done bad things to that people know about was to Voldemort. Would you really think that guy's a bad guy? Probably not. And I am Voldemort. So the only evidence of Hassan being a bad guy is being mean to me. So nobody believed it.
Oh, God.
Unfortunately, that's just how it works.
Yeah. It's interesting. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. Get to close this out here. Oh, I don't know if this is on the thing, so we're just going to do it anyway. I owned Hassan, by the way.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't mean to pull up my own tweets, but I'm going to pull up my own tweets here.
Wow.
Okay. I feel like you would do this if you tweeted more bangers like I do. But, okay, this one right here was a slammer. Wait, not a slammer.
A banger.
A banger. Okay, Hassan came at me, and he said some shit like, you know what? Let me just go straight to the horse's mouth. Click. Here. All right. I'm going to be very guarded with the way I'm going to say this right now because I'm reserving the right to take additional action moving forward based on what he said here.
Okay.
I've talked with my attorney on this issue.
Okay.
This was a little bit beyond the pale. Like, he calls me every day, whatever.
Yeah.
Not that I'm okay with it because I'm not. It's slander and libel, but this tweet was it was something else. So for those who don't know, Redact, which is a company that I am part of as a CEO, is sponsoring the H3 podcast with the button. When they press the button, our cute kitty cat comes up and says, Ethan fucked up, etc. It's quite good. And Hassan's response was, I can't believe this.
First of all, the description is wild.
This is wild as the thing. The Israel lover. I'm the guy on record saying that the Jews should have half of Germany. But I don't want to say just to be clear, this is the type of comment that is indistinguishable from someone like Jake Shields or Who would be another example? Dan Blazarian.
I actually don't agree with that. I think they're usually more subtle. The Nazi people are usually a bit more subtle.
Like,
They would say something like, so the global financer has now moved on. They would say some shit like that. They would be more subtle than this.
this is an insane thing for the Dan Clancy's favorite streamer to say on Twitch publicly towards another person. But anyways, the Israel lover, and I made a script to replace this. If you want to look at like Hassan's tweets, I replaced Israel with Jew HQ, so I'll just read it that way. The Jew HQ lover who owns this social media monitoring company, it's not even accurate. It's not social media monitoring. It's social media redaction and deletion, has openly talked about using the informations that clients send him to blackmail people. You like how I do that? How I openly talk about getting information. Sorry, be more careful. This is a lie. This is an untrue statement that has never happened. The only instance of this type of situation being taken place has to be with like some other company and some other person, because I have never done this. First off, it's not possible, okay? Because Redact it's a web browser on your computer, the same way that Mozilla doesn't know what porn sites you browse.
Redact is a web browser? I thought it was a program.
Well, web browser is a program.
Okay.
The same way, we don't have any information. We don't know who uses our product on that front. So this is a lie. And not only is it a lie, this is a quite substantial, like this has 20,000 likes, 1,000 retweets. Can I see the views on this? Like there's 645,000 views. This is something that Hassan will probably have to pay for as a result of this. Like this is scandalous enough, and he's crossed the line, and there is no evidence of this whatsoever. He's going to point to a meme tweet that we did, which does not say anything. Hold on. Yes.
Destroyed. Vine boom.
Okay.
Just ask Grok.
Yeah. Grok. No. Yep. I can't even do that. Okay. All right. Well.
Vine boom.
Okay.
Don DeMarco.
I'm going to use Google. Okay. Company pulled a tweet. We didn't pull the tweet.
Somebody linked it in chat.
Did they? This one? Okay. All right, here you go. So this is like the only thing maybe he could pull to. Hey, Hassan, we appreciate you purchasing our software to delete these tweets, but we would prefer if you just don't exploit women instead. We're going to go ahead and refund you. And then we link to a archive.today tweet. So obviously this is not a tweet that we've deleted. This is something on archive.today. By the way, if you're curious, you can go to archive.today/ and then you can put in Hassan the Hun, and you can view, actually let's do this. Fuck it. A little bit of fun right now. So I'm only aware of this because a journalist did this back in the day before we even knew that Hassan was problematic. Twitter, remember, not X, twitter.com/Hassan the Hun. Okay. And then what you want to do at the top, first off, I have to add a little star here. I'm gonna throw this out because you guys are gonna have some fun times with this. 1650, click here, and we're gonna go to 1600. Yes, I'm not a robot because a robot can't click like that. So if you go here, you're gonna find a lot of classics. This is a time when Hassan was a little bit more. What's the word I would put here?
Bro-pilled.
He was a little bit more bro-pilled here. There's a lot of stuff in here about him wanting to fuck women. Jesus. I want the hottest thoughts.
That's crazy.
Listen, I'm gonna leave it to you guys. You guys can go through this. It's a lot of good stuff in here. It's very funny. But anyways, what is this? Oh, right, the Israel lover. So this whole thing was crazy. First off, he said he wanted to go to this is Hassan's tweet. I would love to hang out in Diddy's Ciroc entourage and trickle down bang anything thrown his way. This motherfucker wanted to go to a Diddy party, and then he went to a Diddy party.
He did.
Hassan has gone to a Diddy party. He has been, by his own admission, he has been to a Diddy party. This one is 10 years ago. The Diddy party thing was recent. That was a few years ago. Just saying.
True.
I never even met the motherfucker personally.
True.
Sounds like Hassan has looked at his asshole. Well, anyways, so the own is this right here. Look at that. Redact is majority owned by its employees. That is true. More than 50% of the company of Redact is owned by the employees that are there, not me. More than 50% of the company is owned by not Dan. And as a result of that, most of the employees are millionaires. And then I ask, curious Hassan, how much ownership and pay do you offer your workers? And then I'm going to I think now my new thing is every day I'm going to tweet at Hassan asking him to answer this. I already did it for today, so it's going to be day 2 tomorrow. Day 1 was today. Day 1 of asking Hassan, or maybe it was day 2 today. But anyways, I feel like it's really good to do it.
Okay.
All right. I feel like that's enough Hassan slop. Now let's get into the Hassan slop. All right. I'm so glad that we paid for this list.